All right, friend. This is Joanna. And I'm here to help you get your head out of your ass. And what makes me qualified to do so is because every day I'm getting my head out of my ass. It hurts a little to do so, but the more you intentionally work on getting your head out of your ass, the better you feel, even through challenges and hardships and tough lessons. So today, I'm going to talk a little bit about believing what people show you of who they are. Now remember, there's a balance, a thin line with everything. So yes, people can change. I'm proof of that. But change only happens when the person actually wants to change. Okay? And during changing, during the time of transforming, there might be some setbacks. But then that person or you have to be aware that you're being set back, and it's time for you to get back on there. Anyway, so believe in what people show you. And this is with any and everybody. Your family, your lover, your friends. Now, when people show you their true character and their true character do not resonate with who you are or who you are trying to be, more than likely it's time for you to cut that cord. When I say cut the cord, I mean cut the soul tie. And no, it's not easy, especially with the ones who are closest to us. But then in doing so, you have to remember, we are not here to people please. We are not here to hold ourselves back in order for others to shine. Because even if we do that, their shine won't be genuine. It won't be authentic because it's not their shine. Because you had to lower yourself to allow them to work on being themselves. But we're not here to do that. We're not here to give too much of ourselves, to pour so much into each other. It's not feasible. It don't serve us. It don't serve us to give too much of oneself, right? Because when you give so much of yourself, you don't feel good, and you know you don't feel good because you've done it before. And when you give so much to somebody else, and then when it's time for you to get receive from that person or who you think you should receive from, you don't get it back because they don't know how to give it back, because you didn't allow them to grow into the person they're supposed to be. Now, easier said than done, especially, and it's so, it's mind-boggling, but it's like, because our emotions are a gift. We come down here to feel, amongst other things, but feeling, we want to feel. But then we grow these attachments to one another. And then attachments that we think we can't break. We hold the word family in high regard. But most of us had our family throw us underneath the bus and run us over several times, which is fine because it's all a part of the plan. What plan? Source's plan. Because, and I'm working on this, I'm going to do a video later, because we do create soul ties. While our original goal was to just evolve, somehow we allowed our ego to come and play and create soul ties. Good soul ties, where we meet amazing people who help us along our path, and very awful, horrendous, horrific soul ties. To the point and see, everything's at play because it's the veil of forgetfulness. We don't know, we don't remember each other, but I am not this body. You are not your body. So if you have horrible people in your life, your siblings, your parents, your loved one, your mate, and can't figure out why they're mistreating you, there's a reason for that. Now, see, don't get stuck on trying to figure out why while you're trying to get out. If anything, get out, and then it will be shown to you later. But you're here as a soul to evolve, and to each soul has their own path, has their own journey, has their own destiny, right? But then everything comes together for us to learn and grow from one another. There is a such thing called karmic debt. So just because we do something horrible in this life and say horrible shit happens to us in this life, don't mean your karmic debt is paid. You might have to come back and spend time with that person that you don't know that you have a soul tie to. Right? Now, I know it's a lot to understand, but the main point is when you have realized that you are or have been mistreated by the people in your surroundings, work on getting yourself out of that surrounding. And if you cannot leave that physical place at that moment because your time is not done, you still got to spend time there. Work on getting your head set, your mind frame out of that space. And it is a process. You got to work on it. And whatever, and find whatever works for you. Really. Okay? So and just know the shift of your mindset will not just happen within minutes or hours or days. For some of us, for most of us. Because it's been a lot of programming, a lot of layers that we put on one another. Okay? Like for example, why we think we got to be feeling some type of way in an environment that we don't belong in. Why go to a family gathering when most of your family don't like you? For real, why? Because we're family? No. No. Remember, be selfish and work on yourself. Love yourself. And while you're being selfish, you still must love the next person. Don't close your heart off just because somebody hurt you. It's easy, but when you close your heart off, you close your heart, you close your life, your path to a lot of things that is meant for you, that's meant for your highest good. You can't see it because you're closed off. You think everybody is out to get you, and it's not true. But then you don't know. You're afraid. Everybody's not like the person who hurt you. There are some good people out here. It's hard to find. Okay? So remember, practice, work on getting your head out of your ass. I love you, and I will see you next time.